Hello everybody and welcome to our famous podcast. Topic today, the limited resource model of self-control.
So I will start with a brief introduction about the normative resource model today. It evaluates the thinking and decision making of people in terms of the personal goals the so-called thinker has, and it focuses on how people would make perfect rational decisions with the use of rules that help them to make these decisions with a link to the logic.
That's right, Kim. I'm going to talk about the resource model of self-control today. So you can compare the resource model of self-control with the energy level in the human. Some human, they've got the high level of energy. Some human, they've got the low level of energy. So the human having the high level of energy, they can afford to resist the desires. But it is the opposite in case of the low level of energy. So people with the low level of energy, they give in to the desire. They can't resist it because the resource in them would deplete. Even the resource, so how the resource in them get depleted? It can be because of the lack of sleep, hunger, or excess of physical activities. So even the resource shows that the resistance to desire become less effective when resource depletion is higher.
That's very interesting, Bibo. Do you have some real examples from your daily life of
Yes.
current research, maybe?
Of course, Christopher. I think these examples can be found in everybody's everyday life. So in general, we have some rules in our society, norms and values, which requires a human being to have self-control all the time, every day. But it depends from human to human, as Bibo already explained. There are limited resources everybody has. So we can start like in the morning. Everybody needs to get up. So we assume that everybody has enough sleep. So the energy level is kind of filled up. And that means that after the alarm clock rings, normally everybody is supposed to stand up directly. But there's a difference. Some people do that, others press the snooze button again and again and again, which shows that they have less of this energy level. And furthermore, the day goes on, people go to work and to school, and there comes another example regarding food. Of course, it's good to eat healthy food, but some people are better in controlling themselves to withstand sweets, and they pick the vegetables. Others go for the pizza and the burger, and afterwards an ice cream. So there you can see this difference as well of this bias. And furthermore, there are also different values which influence it. Some people think it's okay to choose sweets, others think they don't. But yeah, in general, the energy level has a high influence on the. You can also like imagine Christmas shopping. There's one scenario, you had a really hard day, prepared all the stuff, cooked the food, so you're really depleted and your energy level is low. And then you have to go shopping for your mother-in-law, and you're really exhausted, you don't like to do it, so you just went in the store, see a book, think, well, it's for women, it's okay, buy it and go out, because you have not the energy to think more deeply about it. And the other scenario might be that you had a nice day with your family, a relaxing weekend, so your energy kind of storage is full, and then you go into the shoppings. Yes, and on the other hand side, there might be the scenario that you had a really relaxing weekend with your family, so you're happy, your energy storage, so-called, is full, and then you go to the shopping mall and see lots of presents which might be suitable for your mother-in-law, but you can't really decide. You have the goal to find the best present possible, and you have the energy to do it, so you control yourself all the time until you found this best present. And also think about like buying presents for your parents, for your sisters, for your brothers, so that you control yourself until you've achieved your goal.
So let's take the example of the student who goes to the university. In the university, he has to spend hours to study, which demands the self-control, which is the limited resources within him. And after the classes, he might have to go to the work as a part-time worker, where he spends hours doing his activities. Again, there will be the depletion of the self-control. and now he has to come to his home, and now he has to study for his exam, because exam is important to the student. But there comes a point where he has to choose between the preparation for the exam or sleeping. The preparation of exam obviously would take few hours, but like, because he has already spent his resources on his work and the university, he would rather choose to sleep rather than preparing for the exam, though he knows that it is really important to study and prepare for the exam for the good grades.
I didn't know the limited resource model was so present in our daily lives and decisions, but obviously it's easy to fall a prey for this bias. Do you have any advice on how to...
Of course, Christopher, there are so many ways you can influence this bias. Actually, people can train themselves to increase the self-control capacity. For example, people can do the push-up, the limited number of push-up in the given time. But when he performs that push-up, in the next time, it depletes by 1 when he tries to perform it again. In case of self-control, what one pushes away is the desire. So for example, if you resisted to sleep, so next time when the desires come to sleep, it'd be hard for you to resist because you already resisted one time. Similarly, it also impacts your eating habit. For example, you want to resist eating the chocolate candy. So because you already resisted once your sleeping desire, it would be hard for you to resist the candy desire because your resources of self-control has been... In most cases, people, they might not have the proper self-control in them, but like it would improve throughout their life with the increasing age. So you can also compare it with the working out thing. You build your muscles by working out. During the first time or the initial stages, you may give in, you may give up. But after you perform the exercises, after you work out properly, you'd have that stamina to take more hard exercises. So the self-control is also the same thing. The more you practice it, the more you can resist the candy, the more you can resist the sleep, because it develops in you with the time and with the practice. Yeah.
There's also one other really easy but prescriptive advice to avoid depletion by avoiding unnecessary temptations. So, for example, could you ask your boss to just remove the Coca-Cola from the vending machine and replace it with water or apple juice?
That sounds like a really good plan. I also read an article about Thaler and Sundstein who won the Nobel Prize regarding the nudge theory. Is that something that can apply to this?
Yes, it definitely does. I mean, nudging helps to influence the people's decisions by making some suggestions. So for example, in the canteen, you can make the suggestion putting vegetables in there instead of pizza, so that people are kind of forced to take that. And also in the supermarket, it takes place to encourage people to eat healthier because there are discounts on tomatoes and salad, for example. So that's that nudge and that kind of thing, because the people like to save money.
To summarize you up, the main advice to take with you home today is that focus on the long-term goal instead of the short-term temptations.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, I hope we gave you a little insight about the limited resource model of self-control.
Very good. It was a pleasure for me having you here.
And many thanks to you guys. Hope to see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.